Who's my friend then? Right, how you all doing? Bit of a nerve-wracking day. It's still actually quite busy at the moment, things being done. And so I want to just get this out of the way. I'm going to try and recall the day as best I can. My head's a bit swimmy. We're a bit up there. We're a bit down. But, alright. So, starting off the day, Inky, I am so sorry. Bless her. Tired. I didn't sleep particularly great again. And so the school run was chaos. For some reason, right, first thing this morning, no alarm in the house went off at all. Oh, I have learnt that my children are cheeky as all hell. They didn't come and wake us up because they didn't want to go to school. Roll on 8 o'clock this morning, I get a knock on the door, and Mum would prop around with an envelope of paperwork. And the dog's going completely mad. So I was like, what's going on? It's like, yeah, gotta get the kids to school. It's like, mad dash, gotta get the kids ready for school in 20 minutes. Pull it off though, get the kids into school, only to find Noodle needs wellies. They're doing some stuff at the school. We didn't know that stuff was going on at the school, as is usually the case. And so we dashed back home to try and get him some wellies, because we said, well, can he use his shoes? And they said, yeah, but you know, he'll probably kick off if he makes his shoes messy, right? So, can you go get him some wellies? Oh, fine. Come back home to get him some wellies. We ain't got the wellies. Grandma must have them. So, we bolt into town, grab him some wellies, go back to the school to drop them off, head back home, grab the dog, go for a walk. We went down the beach, which was nice. Grabbed a couple of pictures. Nothing particularly great. I didn't have a camera with me, so I didn't vlog it. I just pulled my phone, kind of thing, and I'm trying to avoid using my phone as much as I can. So, you know, I took a couple of pictures. We did that, and then that was super happy, fun times. Turns out, I was out down the beach for a good hour and a half. Just wandering up and down the beach with Doggo. And then once I get home, Inky's up. Potter about. Start organising bits. And then Inky and I have a meeting. Go down to a meeting. Interviews, fill in some paperwork, get handed some leaflets, nerve-wracking as balls, however, hey, done. Not quite done, scares of the future. Forgot to mention there's actually more paperwork we're doing, that's got to be handed in shortly, to be checked and all that kind of stuff. Then we have to go back and check some more bits and bobs, and then in the grand scheme of things, that should be done.
Your mum's not here yet.
No.
I was hoping for bacon salad.
So, yeah, should be. Oh no, and then sometime after February we have to wait. Damn it, she's derailed me. We've got to go to Norwich to do some more paperwork. So, we don't have to, but we're going to. Well, I mean, we do have to, but we don't have to go to Norwich to do it, but we're going to go to Norwich anyway. So, you know, and I learned they have my ID, none of my ID is actually valid with the exception of my birth certificate. None of it. My driver's license expired in 2016. Now, thankfully I haven't been on the road in a while, but my driver's license expired. I didn't realise, They're like, right, okay, so what we got for... so we can't use this. I was like, oh, can't you? Why is that? I was like, 'cause it's expired. I was like, has it? Yeah, in 2016. I was like, so I don't really know if I can be bothered to get that done. Anyway, I'm waiting for grub. So you go back to get it done. Freak out a bit. Cross all the all the T's, you know, dot the I's. Getting it all done. And then that actually made me pretty happy. Something I did forget. I'm probably going to have to dismantle the streaming rig. Got a complaint from the neighbours. Live streaming and podcasting in the house is too loud. So when Rand Nerd's podcast rolled round Saturday, we heard a thump, like a tap, and Ram thought it was the dog. And it turns out it was my neighbour telling us to shut the fuck up and throwing her shoe at the wall. And I'll be honest with you, wound me up a bit because we've had no end of noise from them constantly for forever. They make many complaints. As you might remember, they complained about Charlie. They've complained that we've left lights on in the garden. They've complained when I've done stuff like on the opposite side of the house. They've complained when I've done stuff in the house, be it up or down. And it's like, I can hear you guys from the opposite side of my house through the walls. And in my head I just got this whole, and I shouldn't really say it, but I don't really care. People who live in glass houses, shut the fuck up. Don't throw stones, but it's just been annoying to me. So realistically speaking, I now cannot use the games room past whenever a child's bedtime is. It's one of the main reasons why we weren't going to set up in the front bedroom, because we figured the neighbours would complain, and we try to be considerate of our neighbours, unlike our neighbours. But that's why we tried to set up in the garage before. That's why we did Rand Nerds 24 hours a couple of years ago, out in the garden, so that no one was getting bothered when we set up in Inky's art room. But nothing we seem to do seems to really matter, even though both sides can make no end of noise, and we don't complain. We don't complain. I mean, don't get me wrong, I nag, but I won't go over to them like, can you shut the fuck up? And I mean, I've got 2 kids now that won't go into the garden. They don't want to go out in the garden and play because of my neighbours and their kids. And 9 times out of 10, they don't really want to be here either because of the noise coming from my neighbours. It's on both sides in some cases, but mostly from one side. But there's not a whole hell of a lot we can do about it. Let it fucking go. Right? So I'm cutting everything back. I'll leave the games room up and running for the most part for the kiddly dinks, but obviously once bedtime hits, it's done. We're probably going to contact our landlady and see if we can properly set up the garage, so set up electricity and lights and stuff like that out there. If she's cool with it, it'll come out of our pocket, but whatever. We've been pottering around here. There are a few changes. I mentioned last night how Big Man wasn't particularly happy about the idea of changing bedrooms and moving stuff about. We said that we'd settled him because we said we weren't going to change his room. However, Inky has potted around some things today and he noticed and he was not happy at all. Even just moving pictures seems to be enough to upset the big guy. So all we want to do is move move the picture frame in and fill that with pictures, and we've moved some Polaroids over here, and we're going to have a picture wall in there, and we're going to try and put pictures all around these walls too. But he's not too hot with the idea at the moment, but we'll see. Small changes, because all we want to do is really just clean up and repair and things like that. But and now we're just waiting for a food delivery and some bits and bobs to charge up and set up, and we're going to do another live stream setup test using a different machine, really super low power, but we'll see how it goes. It might work, it might not, I don't know. It might actually be a good time with all of this, because my machine upstairs doesn't seem particularly happy at the moment. I don't know if it's the USB 3 card in it or what, but it's just it doesn't seem particularly happy. So, because you need a USB 3 card on my Linux rig upstairs to run capture cards, because it doesn't have onboard USB 3. It's not natively supported because the machine's too old. But yeah, we'll see. Waiting for food delivery. I think me and Inky are going to go and watch some telly. Kidley thinks I've had haircuts. They're good kids. And I don't know. I think that's everything for today. I think. But we'll see. I don't know. We're going to have some more coffee. February's going to be fun. Really happy I got today done. It really was nerve-wracking. Cross your fingers. Wish us luck. See you all with a bit of luck tomorrow.